Good evening, everyone. Today, my topic is leadership is a conversation. Before I started, you must know business environment has greatly changed. Nowadays, service industries has become more important than manufacturing industry. People start to communicate with their customers, and the employees that compose of the company has also changed. That they come from all countries around the world, and they have become more younger and younger. So those employees requires new type of conversation to communicate with their bosses or their colleagues. And you can see the technology is so advanced now. We can use social media or other technological tools to communicate with each other easily. Then to establish organizational conversation environment, we need to accomplish 4 I's, which is intimacy, interactivity, inclusion, and intentionality. Then we can use organizational conversation to dig out the hidden information and nurture company culture. So 4 elements for conversation, as I have mentioned, 4 I's. They are intimacy, interactivity, inclusion, and intentionality. These things are important, and I'm going to talk about them. So let's get down to the first one, intimacies, which is the most basic part of organizational conversation. Intimacy means getting close to your employees. There are 3 points that you must achieve. The first one is gaining trust. You gain people's trust. Naturally, a person can hardly work wholeheartedly for another person if he doesn't trust him. So as a leader, you must be honest to your people. Then your people may do same to you. So how can I gain trust? According to the order of the case, trust can only be earned when the leaders are authentic and straightforward. So sometimes you can expose your financial information or your strategy information to your employees to consider them as part of your company. The second point is listening well. As we know, a conversation doesn't mean you simply talk, talk, and talk. You have to listen let other people talk. So as a leader, we have to change ourselves to start listening. And also, by listening well, we may discover some hidden secret or information that may be helpful to the company or undermining the company. Then we can figure out some solution to enhance the situation or solve the problem. The third point is getting personal. It's important because it can reduce the gap between leaders and the people. So how can we do this? Basically, we can share our feeling with the people and we can share the life experience with them. Sometimes if we have to address a point or address a plan, we use stories to motivate them. And that is a part of getting personal. The second element is interactivity, which means promoting dialogue. As a conversation, there must be at least 2 people communicating. It's pointless if one person is giving lecture. It's not a conversation. So we have to develop a dialogue. There are 3 ways that you can develop a dialogue and create an environment for dialogue. The first is using advanced technology. Since the technology is so advanced now, there are a lot of software that you can have a real-time video chat with others, even though you're separated in 2 continents. So there is a case that Cisco had created an advanced software named Telepresence. It's used to transmit real-time videos among employees and top leaders. So they can People in Cisco can easily access to their bosses and provide feedbacks. However, you may know that developing a such advanced technology is expensive, so we may use the second one. Social media instrument is also very handy. We have Facebook, we have Twitter, and we have LinkedIn. We have a lot of social media network. It's handy to use social media because you can all computers now have access to the internet. So when a boss says something, you can reply or you can repost, or when you say something, your boss can reply or repost. It's easy and it's convenient. But if you don't want to use any computer thing or any other things, you can just simply have a chit chat with your employees. It's informal and you don't need to care too much about your business. Sometimes a chit chat is the place where people can be motivated to speak what they are thinking. The third element is inclusion, which means expanding employees' role. An employee isn't a simple design and working machine that can only take one role at one time. It's a person that must take many roles in their life. So in addition to what they're doing now, they could be brand ambassadors, thought leaders, and storytellers. When an employee feel confident about a company or the brand or the product, he or she may become the brand ambassadors. Like Coca-Cola's people, they share pictures, they post Facebook on internet with Coca-Cola, and that is a way of advertisement, and it's free. The second point is thought leaders. Sometimes employees may come up with really amazing ideas that we may never thought of. We must take good care of them, promote them to be a thought leaders, encourage them to think more because we need more ideas. And storytellers. As a leader, we share our own life experience with our employees to motivate them. But our story storage is limited. We don't have unlimited stories to tell. So what we can do is to encourage our employees to share their own living experience with us. It's a way to increase morale in the company, and it's a way to improve relationship between employees. Last not least, the fourth element, intentionality, means pursuing an agenda. For every successful conversation, a clear intention is necessary. If a dialogue is aimless, it will never come to an end and waste a lot of precious time. This element is different from other three elements because this one have a requirement for the conversation itself. In an organizational conversation, all participants should have a clear mind of what they are going to achieve or what is the point of the conversation. Basically, conversations that happen in a company must align with the issues within the company. However, it's not simply allocating tasks to employees. It's to explain the whole plan or strategy so to help employees to have a vision of where the company is going and what they are doing. It's important because people with a clear target will understand their work more easily and provide more innovative ideas. So there are many ways to achieve these things. For one thing, leaders could provide opportunity for their people to take part in the decision-making process. In this way, employees will also have a sense of belonging to the plan itself and complain less in their daily work. So what I agree are 3 points. The first one is organizational conversation provides more information and more opportunities. It is true because when you find out those hidden information, you may work on them, either solving a problem or improving a situation. Second, inclusion offers employee a chance to be a multi-role person in the company. It is important because we have too many employees in a company now. It costs us a lot of money to maintain such a system. So if we can expand our employees' role, we may have less people and we have higher efficiency and of course less cost. Third one, actually anticipated in company's business will result in higher employees' morale and formation of company culture. So if employees are taking part in the decision-making conference, they may feel belonging to the plan and they're more energetic to work on it. And of course, they feel enrolled and they will further involve in other issues in the company. Since I'm quite agree with the article, I can only cut some notes on it. The first one is conversation without clear intention could occasionally be helpful. As a leader, we don't necessarily need to have an intention for every conversation. Sometimes we need chit chat with our people so we can talk about everything we want and get some secrets from them. Sometimes those secrets could be helpful to the company and we don't know. The second one is organizational conversation may not apply to huge companies. It's in huge companies, there are tons of employees that it's impossible to talk with them one by one or 10 by 10 is impossible. So what we can do is simply talk to their leaders, the lower level leaders, and they talk to their people. In this way, organizational conversation may become less effective because we have lost the chance to directly face our people. The third one is sharing financial and secret information to all employees may result in unexpected consequence. I believe that every company has some secrets that they don't want to share with everybody. It could be illegal, it could be something surprise or unexpected. So it could be it need to cautions when you want to share your secret information.
All in all, organizational conversation is a solution to business that require more communication, and it's vital for a company to have its employees participate in the business actively. And finally, people will likely listen to communication that is intimate, interactive, inclusive, and intentional. Thank you for your listening. May everybody have a nice vacation.